Okay.
Do you see what I deal with? This is it. This is it right here.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm sorry.
Yourself.
Okay. So I think we're ready.
Maybe. Hi, I'm Joan Chapman, and I am the founder and CEO of Mustard Seeds that is based in the U.S., but we team up in Uganda because Uganda is where we send our work. And this is my director in Uganda, Arebu John Micah. We call him Uncle Mike.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and we are so humble. And thank you to Family Bible Church for allowing us to come to be part of this family. And last Sunday, we were having a blast in church, and we were having fun. And honestly speaking, we enjoyed what was happening in church here. And thank you so much for all the people who came to attend the service, and also all those who participated in the fundraiser, and those who donated items and even money to Mustard Seeds. Well, some of the things that we never mentioned last Sunday, pretty much maybe what the girls go through in Uganda. Especially for me as a man, people seeing me taking care of girls and talking about pads. But if you're a man outside there and you have a daughter or you have a sister, or you have a neighbor, it's not something so fun to see a young girl or a young lady bleeding.
I wanted to mention that we have a team here at church that we actually sew the pads that we send. And every Wednesday at 11 o'clock, we have a nice group of ladies. We have a great time, and we sit and we cut and we sew and we package. We put 5 pads. We put underwear in with our pads too, because pads really aren't going to do you any good if you don't have anything to put them in. And our pads are easily repaired. We send a little repair kit for them. So you're welcome to join us, or we can send the supplies home with you, and you can sew at home and bring them back. And that's how you can also be a part of the team.
And this is one of the things that we men in Uganda see in poor communities. Girls walking back home with blood stains on their clothes. And many times they are crying. When you ask them why they're crying, probably they'll tell you different stories. And one of the key things they tell you is maybe the boys at school laughed at them. And that laughter brings their esteem to be low. That's number one. And number two, you find that many girls in such communities struggle to find possible ways of how to minimize or to reduce or to contain the blood flow. So I want to share with you something which is so touching, the things that we saw on the ground. One, the girls who are from poor backgrounds, when the blood keeps on coming, what they use is horrible. They keep on picking leaves. They go to the bush and they pick leaves to try to control the blood flow. That is not really good to see for a girl running to the bush to find leaves to contain the blood flow. The second thing the girls use, and of course, like I said, if you're a man outside there, even a lady, is something which is so unbelievable. Many of them in different communities, they go and put together sand. When the blood comes, they run, put together the sand in form of a heap, and then they sit on it until the blood flow is done. So the danger is they don't know whether the sand is clean, what is inside the sand, but because of the pressure and the need at that time, they just go and sit on it. And it has resulted to so many diseases which affect the girls, and many of them probably could have gotten dangerous diseases and died. The other thing the girls use, which is not sustainable because they are poor, when the blood comes out, when they're in class, they try to pluck out the papers from their books and then they try to use that.
And when I was there, that's what the girls told me. It sort of defeats the purpose. We want to keep them in school, but if you're tearing up your books, and it seems so easy for us here to be able to help with something like that when they can't afford regular pads from the store. And if they're gonna go out and sell their bodies or be tricked for money for a pad, we can't just look away from that.
Yeah, so it's something which is sometimes unbelievable when you tell such stories to people. Some people think maybe it's not possible, but Mom was in Uganda very many years, so many trips made there, and she has seen for herself of the things that we're talking about, what's going on from the other side.
And some of these communities, they're Kitchenjaji is a slum area that we have worked in, and it's not just girls, but sometimes it's girls that have had to drop out and are now mothers, and we want to just try to encourage them, don't give up. We can give you a little help with this or some soap or whatever they need, because they have nothing. They have, in that community, you might not even have a hole in the ground to use as a bathroom. Who knows where they go? And I've seen that, and it's hard for us to understand here, but it's true. It's really true. And the girls, the first time that I went and gave out pad kits to the girls at Agora School, those girls were so happy. They were dancing and laughing, and of course, eventually pulling my hair and all those kind of things, just because they're not used to whites. But it was like a heavenly experience for me to just be able to give something so simple that meant so much. I mean, any of us can help with that.
Yeah, so we, as Mustard Saints, we don't only end at giving out pads. Like last Sunday, we never mentioned about some other activities that we do there. We talked about the sports outreach, that many times when we go to schools, because sports and other activities we use, maybe sports and music, because for us in Uganda, people love to dance. And then if you bring music, you have brought everybody in the community. And then, of course, when you bring any sporting activity, netball, soccer especially, and volleyball, those are activities which bring life to the children, whether you're poor or rich, but still puts us together. So many times, if we are able to, especially to get balls, balls are very difficult for us to get because they're expensive. Because one, if first of all just a meal is difficult for a poor family to get, how will they get a ball in the community? How will they get even soap? It's very difficult. So many times when we go with one ball or two balls, we give first of all the girls to play. And when they play, they open up and share their story with us. So it's really something which is...
And they're playing netball. So that game is a little bit like basketball, but you don't dribble the ball. You have zones. And women play it still too. And it's fun to watch them play. And I wanted to add, when we went to the Karamoja district and the girl told us about the piling the soil, they did some wonderful dances and things for us. And what was the super coolest about that experience was why we were talking about pads, and we talk about hygiene, and we talk about sex ed. One of the girls started her period like right then. And so we were able to give her a pad kit instead of her going home and sitting on dirt for 5 days. And that was a really neat experience. I'd like to share a success story with you about a girl named Josephine. And Josephine is someone that Mike has taken care of for a number of years. But when I met her, I just got a special attachment to her. And my husband and I have helped her with her school fees. She went to boarding school. And the last time that I was there, we just found out she's just struggling in school because she's been abused in her life. And it really wasn't what she wanted to do, but she was doing it just to please us. So we asked her, what do you want to do? And she said she would like to do hair. So I had a personal experience with her. They call it plating, where they put the braids in your hair. So I knew she could do a little bit. Well, we paid for some training. Mustard Seeds paid for some training to her to go to like beauty school. And she did really, really well. And she has got her a job. She is now renting her own place. We are not supporting her. She is supporting herself. So that is a success story that perhaps can turn into other success stories if we can find a place to rent where Josephine can open her own salon and train other girls. And then we have empowered not just one, but many.
Being here, it's like I said, is a privilege that we have so many avenues. We're trying so very much to find out that how best can we help these vulnerable girls. So whether you're a man or you are a lady, please, we ask you to join this course because it's something which can help a girl to stay back at school.
And I wanted to tell a little more about something else we started over here. One of our team members is very interested in making dresses for the little girls. So we have that as kind of a sub-ministry, and those kids have never had a new item to wear, and they're just thrilled. They're just thrilled. And we have other ideas on what we want to do. Actually, next week, on the 9th and the 10th of May, we are going to participate in the Marshall area garage sales, and we're going to have a donation-only garage sale so people can come pick stuff up and just give us a donation for the ministry. And that's one other way that we're fundraising. So if you'd like to help with that, get in contact with me.
Yeah, for any other information that you want to find out, please visit our Facebook, Mustard Saints, and then also on the website where you can Mustard Saints. You can find us there. So for all the information and details, please reach us out on that.